Hello there, this is Beth, and this is the daily journal flip through, and where'd that go? There it is. This little journal is, I think it's 5x5. 5x5? I don't remember. Something like that, 5.5, yeah. Yeah, 5x5, something like that, I don't remember. And it's a square one, it's Global Arts Materials. Gotta say, frankly, did not love the paper in this. It is not heavy enough for my taste, or working with wet media, and how it's bound, things pull in the binding. It was kind of weird. Page 1. And this is September. I should really write. Does this show up? September, honey. 16/2. November. At some point, I stopped like dating anything. So this starts in September, around the 22nd. Oh, having fun, just goofing off. Sometimes I use extra paint, that's what that is. Just the idea is to create daily. It's nothing major. Color play, working, figuring out what my favorite Dilution ink spray colors would correlate into the golden line. I think this is crimson, and then the golden, yeah, it's gotta be crimson, Nacridone crimson, and gold green. Caran d'Ache, maybe some watercolor, I don't remember. This is watercolor. A lot of playing around with just color and just making marks. Using things to make marks. This is Be Love. And, oh, that's when I smelled the Sharpie. I was like, I smell something. I actually like how this turned out. Little angel girl. Little girl, she's all calm in the chaos of it all. Watercolor, just playing around, trying to get more of a feel for it. For watercolor, one of my Instagram people, when I put this on Instagram, said it reminded her of Pink Floyd's The Wall, which I can see. It's kind of got that wall type brick feeling, just another brick in the wall. Watercolors, and I put some salt in there to create kind of that little pattern right here. Ooh, wrong way. And same over here. Oh wow. I thought we'd all been panned out. Guess we weren't. Eyeball. This inspired a monthly Monday download. Rather, more easily said, is the MMD. It's a Chaos Star. Tombos. Scribbly stuff. It's the one thing it does for you is you're not trying to create like this wonderful piece of art. You're just trying to get something on the page every day. Did a drawing on a book page, which I then glued in. Put some washi tape around it, and the quote is from Walt Whitman. Do I contradict myself? Very well then, I contradict myself. I am large. I contain multitudes. I love Whitman. He was so scandalous in this day. So sensual and scandalous. We're playing around. Gosh. Ballpoint. Didn't have a lot of time. Was tired. Sweetie, are you going to bite me again? Didn't have a lot of time, and frankly, ballpoint's really out of my comfort zone. So a little indigo wash there. More ballpoint. Eye and triangle, kind of chaos star thing going on. It says as above, so below, as it goes. playing around with colors and intense. Scribble, scribble. I'm trying to, this is my one Copic marker. I'm trying to, like, it's not the markers bad, I just don't like markers, I'm finding out. So it's more that issue than like the Copic marker actually is a really nice marker. I just don't like markers. Little Eye and Sarah Trump's stencil from Wonder Strumpet. Oh my god! I also couldn't spell crystal because it was supposed to be see with your crystal heart, and then I totally botched spelling crystal. But I love the anatomical crystal heart. Well, actually, I love all her stencils. But I think this was like the day I got them, right that weekend or something. Collage, and yeah, collage and maybe ink spritz. I don't know. Looks like splatter. More Sarah Trump. These are also the crystal ones. Oh, love, love, love. And then bat stencils. These are all from Sarah Trump Wonder Strumpet. She's on Etsy. I love her. And the quote is from a song by Bat for Lashes called "My Bat Lightning Heart Wants to Fly Away." Is what it says. Oh, I made flowers. That was fun. I did some collage and played around with neons and ultramarine. There's this, and right there is a wing. It's another Sarah Trump Wonder Strumpet stencil. Yes, I was obsessed with her stencils, so I'm not getting over it. More ballpoint. True girl, quirky bird. It says connections, connect, heal. And here is a page that has an issue. And what kind of, this is when I gotta put you down, sweetie, started to dislike this paper. And I did this is watercolor, kind of playing with a rust color, purple, and kind of a muddiness. It was completely dry. This happened like somewhere in between here. The water has seeped through, and then my page stuck. Not very happy with that, because I really liked how this color play worked out. Playing with my cheapy watercolor set, they're not very transparent. They tend to be a little more gouache-like in texture, a little chalky even. But they are pretty, they're great. They work really well for mixed media. I think it's a Sargent palette. More playing with the cheapies. I mean, they create beautiful stuff. They just don't have the and this is like Winsor Newton combinations of artist and their Cotman line, the lower grade. So you can definitely see the difference there. But yeah, somewhere into like right in there. What are you doing, cat? You're gonna have to get down, Key. You're just being weird. Things would pool. The water pools right here. It's really annoying. And more Wonder Strumpet stencils. Just playing around. And this was, I think, a Stabilo olive marks over collage and paint, and then I sprayed it to make it go all weird and flowy, and I really like how this page turned out for whatever reason. Sometimes you just get stuff, yeah, it's like this is fine, that's pretty, but every once in a while you create something that you actually really like when you're doing this. And you know, the point is not to create necessarily something that you're like, I like, but this gives me an idea, like if I wanted to use this in a journal spread or in an actual piece that I'm working on that's not in a journal, you know, I would do this again, something like that. More cheapy water palette, but this time using the greens and yellows, a little bit of gray. I did like this under thing with kind of a green, seafoam green, and then I did lines through it, and I didn't like it, so I sprays over it with a stencil, and then I liked it. Scribbly, just making marks, nothing major. This one turned out really kind of cool. The collage paper started to take on this gold sheen, and it's really more of a green yellow. Spellbound. This purple pen on book page. I did this scribbly stuff out, remember what I scribbled with, and then wrote Spellbound. Embrace. Let's put this one on Instagram today. Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, I am where near lifetime on my daily practice there. We're like 2 months behind, but that's okay. I really actually liked how this turned out. There's a bunch of collage on underneath, and kind of the use of the purple with the complementary colors, the yellow, orangey, and that green has a lot of yellow in it. Just playing around, smearing colors over collage. And here, okay, let's go. You see, this is what I'm talking. This is the pooling, and you get that to a certain extent in some journals, but I mean, this one would like pool and seep really badly, and you couldn't get it out. Something. It was very frustrating. I've not had a journal that has pooled like that, and it's like you can see through it. Through there, I don't know. It was very weird binding. This is ballpoint and Derwent Intense. Just making marks. I took I think it was a Stabilo Marxall, and this was very wet when I put in the Stabilo. It was black, and it looks great. It turned out really cool. In a couple of the features, like that is actually from the next day when I did this, and you can see a little bit of the Marxall seeped through. I don't know what weight this paper is. It's not, I don't think it's 90. If you're doing super light washes, you might be able to make it work better. But see that it's soaked through, and that's okay. This busy day. Art snack stuff come in, and I was kind of playing around with it. I love this pen. That's what this is. It's Molotow Aqua Pump Soft Liner. Oh yeah, baby, it's aqua ink. I love this thing. Love it. Making marks, paint and collage. Just having fun. Decided to. I had a book paper that I had washed with, I think it was indigo or something, indigo watercolor, and then I tore it in half and did a face, and then I wrote B, made marks. And right here is a place where we had this. This didn't start out like this, and I leave this book open so it would dry overnight. And where was it? Maybe it was like somewhere in here. Maybe Green Day. I don't know. But this got stuck together. Very frustrating. And when I was doing this, it completely soaked through from this page to this page to that page. It has a cool effect. Unfortunately, that, yeah, happened. Not really hate. And I think we're hitting around election time, so I wasn't particularly happy. I hate this paper, because I hate it. And so I decided I need to cheer myself up, and I made a really pretty green thing. It says green at the heart, because the heart chakra is considered green in color. Focus of intent. I like how this turned out. Then I did I. It says C. A bunch of lines, and it says, can you see the phenolics? I like how this one turned out. I like the colors. It makes me happy. I made this page, messing around. And I was doing this, I wrote a word there, I misspelled the word. And how do you stuff and colors? You collage something over it. I actually really liked how it turned out. Playing with red and black. See, swallow me. Basically some ballpoint lines and wash indigo. I was working at the shop all day and Didn't have a lot of really tired. Cutie cat. And I mean, the cat say meow. And too, I think like when I leave things open like this, it's kind of, I don't do this kind of stuff in a normal journal spread, so it's actually kind of weird for me to do that, and challenging not to fill the whole thing up with color. My face, let me see her lights. Ooh, no. Light is really starting to go. Simple face, no shading, nothing difficult, and it says be love. Scribbly pencil lines. Oops, because you know we can go wrong way. Observe the details I found in the magazine. So put it in. This is Speak Love. It's making marks, color and marks. Playing a lot of. It's fun. You can tell I hit the weekend. This was probably on a Sunday because I was working 6 days a week, and so you can tell the day I had like time to actually do something. Yeah, see, weekends. Weekend. Not weekend. This is Inktense. Inktense. Wrote so, and then I sprayed it with water and kind of helped it smear along. Reds, pinks, oranges. Cheapy watercolor set. More cheapy watercolor set. I was doing this, all of a sudden it kind of looked like I had flowers, so I put some stems in and made flowers. Cleaning off stencil, so it's, no, I sprayed. This is orange, and that's the, flipped it over. There's purple on there, obviously. That's the crystal, if you touch it. This one turned out really pretty. I didn't like it at first, and then I did a squirt of dilution ink sprays over it through a stencil, and then I really liked it. Made it. Just threw down some collage, have a word cool and something, and I'd been listening to Sonic Youth's Cool Thing in the car the other day, so cool thing. More, so you can't really see it. There's a crystal stencil there, and there's there. It says Seek. What color? I'm using fine liners, these kind of things. With, what is that one? I think it's either sepia. Sepia or something in it. And the last page that says the end of crappy paper. And I started to try and rip the little flappy thing off, and that wasn't going so well. So I stopped. But it worked. I don't love paper, and I wouldn't rebuy this journal. They feel fairly sturdy. If you wanted like a small travel journal that you're mostly going to be doing pen and maybe the tiniest light wash of color, watercolor, it'd probably be okay. If you're doing anything wet, yeah, beware. Not my favorite thing. I'm finding I'm probably going to end up just creating my own. This is my current one. I just haven't. I got, this is a Strathmore, which I didn't pay much attention to the paper because the last Strathmore one I had was Muley. It was watercolor paper, 140 pound. And this is a mixed media paper. I still don't know who the heck the Mohawk Fine Pages ink is. I don't know why Strathmore doesn't just use their own paper. But okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.